Grime lived in her skin folds, under her fingernails, on and in her skin so deeply its color changed from white to brown-gray, dirt so thick her skin shed water like plastic. She had been sitting in the back office at the Ironton, New Jersey police station for an hour after patrol removed her about 10 o'clock that night from a grocery store garbage bin. She had neither offered words nor responded to questions, not even a nod or a shake of her head. A bottle of water sat on the table untouched. She had not resisted the efforts of the patrol officer, but stood obediently at the rear car door as the light snow fell while he completed his quick interview with the grocery store manager, forgetting the car doors were locked.
"What do we do with her?"
the patrolman asked the night shift officer, Sergeant Bob Hanrahan.
"What did she do?"
Hanrahan asked. The patrolman scratched his head.
"Nothing, as far as anyone at the store could tell. They were closing, and an employee dumping a load of trash found her. She was just sitting in the dumpster, but it's near freezing, and she had no coat. She wouldn't take mine. Believe that? Couldn't leave her there."
The patrolman shook his head and looked back at the girl one last time.
"Who leaves a kid like that out in the cold without a coat, in a garbage bin?"
Hanrahan sighed.
"No idea,"
he whispered. He leaned over again and peered through the narrow window. Not since he was a kid, Hanrahan thought, a kid on the north side in the old industrial ghetto, had he seen a girl so dirty, thin, and neglected. They'd sit on the porch wearing stained white dresses, straps held by knobby shoulders, eyes like hollows. It was the end of the mining days, and what few jobs there were paid little, but 10 men wanted them because it was all the work there was. Hanrahan shivered, facing a ghost of his past and the months he went shoeless.
"See if she'll eat or drink something,"
he told the patrol officer.
"I'll call social services and maybe No Boundaries, that mental health place. And I'll call Negler."
Detective Frank Negler limped into the office, trying to keep weight off his left foot. "Plantar fasciitis," the doctor had said. "Stay off your feet." "Yeah, right." But after a day like that one, a court session, a shooting on the north side, and making a presentation at a community development meeting, his foot cramped up every time he stood.
"What you got, Bob?" "Don't know, Frank. A kid. Take a look. It's a little strange."
He paused.
"Troubling."
His red, puffy face coiled and folded into a worried frown, his mouth twisting as he sought more of an answer. Hanrahan had 20 years in the department on Negler, so if he thought something was troubling, it most likely was. Hanrahan nodded for Negler to peek through the narrow wired glass in the door.
"She hasn't moved or drank the water or touched the crackers we gave her or said a word," Hanrahan said. "I can't tell if she's mute, deaf, or, retarded, because she just doesn't respond to anything."
Negler flinched as he glanced through the window. She was so small and so dirty. He tapped on the glass, and she did not move. How old was she? 11? 12?
"That's what she was wearing?"
Negler asked, astonished. He glanced back through the window to assure himself he had seen her clothes correctly.
"A tank top and shorts? And no shoes,"
Hanrahan said. Negler looked at the floor under the table to see for himself.
"Damn, it must be below freezing out there, and with the recent snow. Jesus, Bob."
Hanrahan nodded and screwed up his mouth.
"Yeah, if they hadn't seen her."
Negler puffed out his cheeks and let out a long, slow breath and then brushed his hair back.
"All right, where's that vending machine? Let me get a candy bar, and I'll see what I can find out. Send in social services when they get here. We obviously need to find some place for her to stay tonight."
He scratched his ear and frowned.
"Who puts a kid like that out in the middle of the night?"
Hanrahan's face hardened, his eyes dark and certain.
"The devil,"